Galen could feel the heat in his body rising. Sick of this game, Galen shifted into a small mouse and scurried into a crack in the wall. He could hear whoever had assaulted him snarl. What he didn't expect was a slithering snake to follow him. Panicking, he darted up the crack and back out again. He then shifted to a cheetah form and booked it as far away from the coffee shop as possible. If this was an enemy, he didn't want his family in danger. He kept running until he found himself at a lakeside, Raleigh Lake. He heard twigs snapping behind him. He turned to face a massive black bear, and he knew it wasn't an animal. Galen darted into the water and dived under. He switched into a trout and bolted to the other end of the lake before switching into a red fox on the other end. He was trying to throw off whatever was after him. As he headed up the bank and onto the trail, he came face to face with a she-fox shifter. Growling, he darted the other way. She pounced on him and pinned him to the ground. Before he could react, she shifted again into a massive python. Confusion coursed through him as he realized this wasn't an ordinary shifter. He shifted into a small mouse again. At this point, he didn't care if she figured out what he was. He just needed to escape her. He shifted again into a squirrel and headed up a tree. He began jumping from tree to tree to get further away from the she-shifter. He could hear her hissing in frustration. He had to slightly chuckle at her reaction. He leapt further and further away, hoping he was able to finally shake her. He climbed back down the tree and shifted into his human form, completely out of breath. He clothed himself and glanced around. He didn't see anything, so he wondered if he'd lost her. That thought quickly vanished when something wrapped around his wrists and tied him to the tree. He attempted to break the ropes, but quickly realized they were not ordinary ropes. He attempted to shift, only to have nothing happen. It's fun to play with ropes made by supernaturals.